come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And he goes down after making the grab. Picks up a few, but still short of the first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Dropping back, it's Ali. Got his man. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our bet.
Breaks into the open. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. He leaves it with his back. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Ali. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They got him. That's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Rush is on him. He's going to go for a big one. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
And that's a long way to throw the football. When you throw that comeback, it's all the way out wide. Nice job by the corner seeing it. The receiver looks like he's running a vertical route, but then sets it down. He stays right there with him, breaks on the football, and swats it down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Got his man on the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Back to pass, it's Ali. Under fire. Got it in the middle, it's Wolf. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him and get the 1st down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Now sliding to his left. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give to the tailback. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that 1st quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Ali. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up for it.
Splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Florida State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Seminoles ever do that? Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here. When you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
It's complete to the left. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Using the quick game. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down instances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Quick release on the RPO. There he goes. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. And the Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set, I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
He wants to throw it again. Safe completion on the screen. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this cornerback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Touchdown, Canes! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's It's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it in the air, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in camp.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man downfield. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Tulane! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's 2nd and long.
Cooler 18! Cooler 18! Trick 9 feet!
Looking to fire. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw it. Throws to the wideout. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. And the Hurricanes will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. In a mess behind the sticks here on second down. Quarterback running on the draw. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls off.
To throw, it's Ali. He unleashes a long one. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Can they catch it?
Made a big stop. I think you're getting the offense, the football back. But how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you? Get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. To go up top. He's got the back in the middle. Turning it on. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Wolf. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Great job by the receiver catching that curl route. And did you see the way he came back to the football? That's a great lesson for a lot of young receivers out there. You create separation by coming back to the quarterback.
Out of the backfield, he's over. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. To the air, it's Ali. Fires to the right. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
Got the first down and more. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Might as well give it to him again. Slithers into space. He's loose on the right. Past the 20. Touchdown, Hurricane. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know Jesse didn't take the color commentary to figure that out.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
To throw, it's Ali. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that play is going to drive the offensive coordinator crazy. Remember, in college football now, there's communication between the coordinator and the quarterback with the headsets and the helmet. And you know he was reminding his QB that time, listen, you cannot take a sack here. Remember, we're in field goal range. If nobody's open, throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible sack, and now they're out of field goal.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and it's sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
Got him downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option to give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
The Offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Wake Forest rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Winston-Salem. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Miami. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Let's go. Nothing warms my heart more than a big boy getting an interception, getting in the end zone, and showing off why defensive linemen are the most athletic position on the field.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Ali. Fires left. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
That's caught. It's Wolf. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can...
And here's the third interception of the night. Not a lot of room on the return, but he already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game. Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life in this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward. That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They go to the counter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll try to put points on the board with a field goal to start this fourth quarter. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, oh, it's blocked! And they scoop it up.
Yeah, and how about this defense? They've been struggling all day long. You're at a huge deficit, and you finally come up and make a play, block a kick. Maybe this creates some momentum now for your offense, and maybe they can go bail you out and make this a ball game.
Back to throw, it's Ali. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Got the back over the middle.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
How about this defense rising to the challenge? Focal point number one, stopping the great running back. Check. How do we do it? Being physical at the line of scrimmage, getting off blocks, not missing a lot of tackles. They have checked all of those boxes and shut this dude down.
Unloads it left. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so...
Touchdown, Green Wave! Fitted in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football.
Oh, he found a space on the right. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific
generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team, but this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
The give to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Ali. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Dwayne comes to the line. Lots of work to do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I just love the effort by the defense on this play. We're late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter. Guys are tired. They're not able to get to the QB right away, but they continue pursuing him, and they're able to get to him outside of the pocket. Nice job.
Going for it on 4th down must be part of their philosophy. Just 1 for 3 so far in this one. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception.